some of the NEC members who have been deployed here in KwaZulu-Natal just to be part of the second part of the National Nasrec Conference of the ANC that took place in December. So today they are continuing with some of the deliberations that were not able to be concluded last month. I can also mention the former president of the country, or even the former president of the ANC, Mr. Jacob Zuma, has already made his entrance. We remember, we can even recall last month he made quite a stir when he made his entrance at the Nasrec conference. He is here today as well, including the NEC member Zweli Mkhize, who is already here. We remember that Zweli Mkhize is was also contesting for the presidency of the ANC, who lost out to Cyril Ramaphosa, the now president who's been elected by the delegates of the ANC last month. We also saw some of the delegates, including Cyril Ngcobo, who is also an NEC member, who's already been deployed here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, and also other high-profile delegates who've made their entrance here at the Durban Exhibition Center next to the IEC. But with me is Mafika Ndebele, who's the spokesperson for the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal, who is going to take us through about some of the deliberations that they are pushing as the ANC delegation here. The delegation, I must also mention that it's being led by the former premier of the province, Mr. Senzo Mchunu. Mafika Ndebele, thanks a lot for your time. What is it that you'll be pushing today? We know that the second part of the Nasrec conference taking place virtually this time around.
Definitely, we are confident to report that almost more than 850 delegates have now registered. All our NSC members are here. Today we are receiving presentation from commissions which will then formulate into the resolution of what you call of the ANC. As the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal, our position remain unchanged. We have been advocating for, while we support, for example, the renewable energy, we are saying there is an importance to balance that with coal, so that you ensure that you do not close jobs. We will continue to critically raise the issue of energy. We believe that through the generation of our coal, in particular our prim coal, you will be able to resolve some of the problems that lead to load shedding, because we believe the reason is one, as they have said, is that they do not order enough coal, they use substandard coal, and which led to breakdown of the machine, and then there is poor maintenance of such machine. Whereas the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal will be pushing for those particular resolution. We will be affirming a known resolution of the ANC taken in the last National Congress, 54th Conference of the ANC, which speaks to the redistribution of land to our people. We will be advocating that the bulk of the budget of the state must be used to empower our people, in particular black people, so that we are able to use our purchasing power in order to empower our people. So as the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal, in the main, will be advocating for sort of radical economic policies that we believe are needed more than ever to change the plight of our people.
And previously, we were also talking about the step-aside resolution. Is that something that you're also going to push?
As ANC in KwaZulu-Natal, while we still maintain that position, but it's not the priority for now. I think the priority for now is to ensure that we put in place policies that will seek to respond to the plight of our people. If you see the high rising levels of unemployment, the exclusion of students, what you call in higher institution of learning, and many other ills of our society, requires now an ANC that does not focus on internal matters, but that really focus on the challenges that engulf our people, and that comes out of this conference with a clear program of action. So that is our preoccupation.
The majority of the people in South Africa, or some of them, are still living below breadline. What is it that you are advocating for? Because they are still faced by many challenges, including the triple challenges. You talk about unemployment, you talk about inequality, as well as poverty, that they are still facing, yet we are still having meetings, and yet there are no other solutions that are being seen by the people out there.
I think to argue that there has not been a solution to respond. Look, the ANC government have been responding. I can narrate a long story. We are one of the few government in Africa which want to call, allow children to go to clinic for free of charge, which grant them what you call child support grant as a temporal what you call intervention. We give them what you call NSFAS, convert them into a full bursary upon them what you call reaching completing their basic degree. As the ANC government, we are able to roll out, we have been rolling out massive infrastructural development. We have developed, one of the few in Africa by the way, to develop to give our people housing, one of the few to invest. We are one of the biggest country in Africa. While all of that is in place, indeed we agree there are challenges. That is why we are saying, to respond to those particular challenges, we need to urgently deal with the issue of ESCOM. It is destroying our economy, it is destroying jobs, and we have already raised our views as KwaZulu-Natal as to what we believe need to be done on that. Secondly, we believe that year in, year out, governments spend trillions and trillions of rand, and these rands are what you call, are used, and the beneficiary of that are white monopoly capital. It's high time that we develop the black what you call middle strata and our own comprado bourgeoisie be able to sponsor them, so that in turn they are able to create jobs. For example, in KwaZulu-Natal, we are changing the youth fund which we are giving to youth. We want now to focus on identifying fewer youth with massive plan, with a program of ensuring that what you call they plow back in terms of employment, and then we fund them massively so that they are able, because if you assist small and medium enterprise businesses, they will be able to what you call provide business, give them necessary incentive, assist them to have comprehensive what you call business plan, so that they form part of what you call assisting in building or in creating our economy. The social compact for us remains very critical and very important. As a result, we will stress that the government, traditionally what you call leaders, labor unions, all of them come sit together, come with a particular and a comprehensive plan that seeks to respond to all of these challenges.
Just very lastly, from the couple of years, we've seen the call for the expropriation of land without compensation taking a back seat, somehow a back seat. Why is that? Definitely
for us as KwaZulu-Natal, we believe that is a setback. We believe it's a matter that we must raise it frankly. Reaffirm a resolution and be able to say to our deployees in government, without any failure, this needs to be implemented. Because I can tell you, there is no economy that you will build or you will create if you do not have land. The land is the basis of our economy, and for us, there shouldn't be any excuse why we should have not worked with whatever progressive political party in ensuring that we implement land expropriation without compensation.
Thanks a lot. There's Mafika Mdebele, who is a spokesperson for the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal, saying that while they are acknowledging some of the challenges faced by the people of South Africa and KwaZulu-Natal in particular, they are trying their efforts in order to address them. Just now we've seen Natim Tetwa, who's also one of the NEC members deployed in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, making an entry. Just a while ago, we saw the former President Jacob Zuma also making an entry. So Limkhize Mdumiseni Ntuli, who is also in one of the top five of the NEC of the ANC nationally. That's what we have here at the Durban Exhibition Center in Durban.